Myself, Deepika Rajendra Jadhav from MJ Srigonda College. Today we have to see database management system. In that, first of all, we have to see what is meant by data. Data is a collection of interrelated data, or we can say that set of programs to access the data. DBMS contains information about a particular enterprise. In short, we can say that database is a collection of interrelated data which store the database or information about the enterprise. DBMS provide an environment that is both convenient and efficient to use. Means by using DBMS environment, it is convenient to the user and efficient. For example, if we maintain the records of our college in the Excel sheet, it is a collection of different students' information. So we can say that for FYBBACA, for example, for FYBBACA, the list of student information is a separate database. Okay. So another examples or another applications where the database is used, that is first banking, all the transactions, second airline, in airlines reservations and schedules, database creations, universities registration grade, sales, customer product purchases, manufacturing, production, inventory order, human resources, employee record, salary, tax deduction, etc. So these are the applications of database. Means here we used the database. Next, purpose of database system. In the early days, database application were built on type of the file system. In the early days, database applications were built on the type of the top of the file system. First, drawbacks of using file system to store data means usually now earlier days we use the file system for storing the data, but nowadays we use the database. By using the database, we stored the data in the file. So what is the drawbacks of file system? So first drawback of file system is data redundancy and inconsistency. Duplication of information in different files means, for example, one student name will be occurred in one or two file. So this is the data redundancy and inconsistency. And second one is difficulty in accessing data. Need to write a new program to carry out each new task. Means, for example, if you access particular students information from the student file, then we have to access every time every student data for new task. This is the drawback of file system. Next, data isolation means there is a many files which has a many format. When data is isolated in separate files, it is more difficult to access the data and ensure that data is correct. That is the isolation. Means when we store the information in a file system, then data may be stored on a different file or a separate file and it is difficult to access. Also, the structure of file depends on application programming language. Thus, the direct incompatibility of such file make it difficult to process jointly. So, this is the drawback of file system. Next, integrity problem. Integrity constraints means when your account balance is greater than 0, it is become a part of program code and it is hard to add new constraints to change the existing ones. So these are the problems. Next, atomicity of updates. Failure may lose database in an inconsistent date with partial update carried out. For example, transfer of funds from one account to another should either complete or not happen at all. So this is the drawback. Means if there is a two accounts, for example A and B, suppose A want to store or share his balance to B, but in case there is some problem occurred, then amount will be debited from the account A but not credited to B, and this not satisfied or this not correct in file. So this is a drawback of file system. Next, concurrent access by multiple users. If one or more user can access the same file, then there is a loss of performance. Means there is a problem. That is the concurrent access by multiple users cannot access the same file. Next, security problems. Database system offers solutions to all the above problems, thereby